Hey there, and welcome back to Crystal Talks. It's Katie and Cynthia here. We are diving into a really special episode. This is special to Cynthia, and we really wanted to share with you. It is called forest bathing, Shinrin-Yoku. It is a Japanese practice, and we're going to dive into it. But before we do, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss us. We're here every week with a new Crystal Talks episode. We talk about nature's magic, all things nature's magic, crystals, essential oils, forest bathing, astrology, chakras, all kinds of exciting things. And our intention is always here to support you and to provide wisdom in regards to nature's magic. So let's dive into it. Cynthia, kick it off.
This is one of my favorites. I know I say that, but this is even a step above. This is so near and dear to my heart. It delighted me when I discovered that there was actually a name for something I've been doing virtually my whole life. If you have taken a walk through the trees, you've probably noticed, if you're aware of your body, how your shoulders kind of soften and your thoughts seem a little quieter after spending time outdoors, or particularly around the trees. So, if you've noticed those, you've definitely experienced already the beginning of something that's deeply, deeply restorative. It's so just another one of nature's magic. And that's what we're exploring today, the forest bathing that's known in Japan as Shinrin-Yoku. Um, Despite its name, forest bathing doesn't involve water. It's not a workout, it's not a hike or another item on your to-do list. It's just a gentle invitation to slow down, to connect with nature, and allow yourself to simply be present. In a world that so often asks us to move, in fact, constantly asks us to move faster, consume more information, stay connected. Forest bathing is a delightful break that offers something different and gives you a space for your whole body to breathe. It invites us to pause, to notice, to reconnect, and maybe most importantly, to remember that we are a part of nature, not separate from it. So very important, right, Katie?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It is, you know, just being outside can change your whole day when you connect back to nature, which is why this is such a powerful practice. And so let's talk about what forest bathing is and isn't, because, like Cynthia said, it's not about forcing something or doing more. It's not about like a hike or a workout. It's really about kind of immersing yourself into the forest. It's simple. It's not dynamic or complex or complicated. It's very simple. It's not about reaching a certain destination, hiking to the peak of the mountain, or getting to a certain point on the trail. It's not about counting how many steps. It's not about how far you walk or how fit you are. Forest bathing is less about where you're going and more about allowing yourself to arrive, allowing yourself to just be in the presence of nature, to be in the presence of the wisdom of the trees, which Cynthia and I talk about all the time, the wisdom of the trees. At its heart, the practice is about sensory awareness. It's about becoming curious about the world around you, the movement of light through the leaves, the texture of the tree bark, the sounds of the birds singing, carried through the breeze, the feeling of the earth beneath your feet. Really about sinking in and getting present and just kind of feeling in the moment, just awareness, deepening your awareness. Rather than rushing through nature, forest bathing invites us to let nature meet us exactly where we are. So, Cynthia, can you share a little bit about why forest bathing supports our well being?
Well, if you experience it, many people describe feeling calmer, sense of clarity, and certainly more grounded after spending time among the trees. Part of this may be because nature encourages us to shift out of constant go, go, go doing mode and into a more restorative state. When we're moving through our busy schedules and endless notification, ding, 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 our nervous system can become overwhelmed. Nature offers a different rhythm to us, a slower rhythm, a steadier rhythm, one that gently reminds us that it's safe to soften. It's not only safe, it's a good thing. It'll help you come back to what you have to do with more awareness, more clarity, more energy, because you've given your whole system this time to breathe and restore. I think is a really good term for how it feels. Research has shown that spending time in forest environments may help lower stress levels, support a better, calmer mood, and just contribute to overall well-being. But beyond the research, which is, I mean, it's nice to know, but if you experience it, you'll feel it for yourself. And that's why many people simply experience a quiet sense of ease, is I think a good way to describe it, a feeling of spaciousness, a sense of connection. And sometimes, in fact, usually that's enough to get you grounded and calm and, yeah, your best self.
Absolutely. I think sometimes we, in our minds, make it more complicated and complex, but in reality, that's enough, just to be putting your feet on the ground and be under the trees. That's enough. So, how do we practice forest bathing? Good news is that you don't need a vast wilderness or perfect setting. You simply need a place where you can begin to notice. So, step one, choose your space. It might be a forest trail, a local park, a garden, even a quiet street lined with trees works. Again, it doesn't have to be complex. Make it simple. What is the easiest way? Where is the easiest space that you can then practice this? It doesn't need to be perfect. It only needs to offer an opportunity to connect with the natural world around you. Step two, slow down. Walk slowly, slower than you normally would. Find a comfortable place to sit, maybe. You don't even have to walk. Give yourself permission to move or to be still at the pace that your body has been asking for. There's nowhere to rush, nothing to accomplish, no finish line waiting ahead. It's about being with, being present, being aware. Step three, engage your senses. Begin to notice what you see, what you hear, what you feel. You might observe sunlight filtering through a canopy, the scent of pine needles, the sound of leaves dancing in the wind, the coolness of the air on your skin. Small details have a remarkable way of bringing you back to the present moment. Step four, let go of the outcome. There's no right way. There's no wrong way to forest bathe. Take all the pressure off your shoulders. There's no perfect experience to create. Some days you may feel deeply connected. Other days you might simply just enjoy a few moments of fresh air. Both are very valuable. Allow the experience to unfold naturally for yourself in that moment, whatever it looks like. We're going to share some crystals that you can pair with this practice to enhance this practice or just to have with you to kind of connect to nature's magic. Cynthia, can you share with us those crystals?
Absolutely. So as you practice this, you may find maybe that you want to set an intention as you do your forest bathing. And these are some crystals that are already connected with that tree energy. Um, Moss agate is often considered the quintessential nature stone. Its moss-like inclusions just evoke the feeling of forest and plants and growth. Um, Green Aventurine is frequently associated with renewal, optimism, and spending time outdoors. Tree Agate, maybe lesser known, but still very supportive. It is chosen by many for practices centered on trees, roots, and calm observation. So that might be a good one to tuck in your pocket. Certainly, we have to include Smoky Quartz. It's commonly used for grounding and settling attention into the present moment, into the now. No surprise, Petrified Wood. It symbolically connects forest bathing with deep geological and ecological timescales. Green Jasper, again, a lesser known one. It's often selected for stability, endurance, and a sense of connection to the land. And the last one, Unakite, not the last one, but it's one you might not think of. It has kind of an earthy green and pink coloring that makes it popular for for thoughtful, contemplative outdoor practices. And certainly, if you're talking about amplification, we have to include Clear Quartz. It's just it's a good one to carry for just having a simple focal object for awareness and reflection. And I always think of Clear Quartz and using it certainly by itself, but pick one of the others and then allow Clear Quartz to do its magic of amplifying the energy of the other stone. It's pretty cool stuff.
Absolutely. And I just had this thought too, as you were talking about the crystals. You can say, you can go and have your forest bathing practice, and then kind of what intention came through that practice? What did you feel through that practice? And then grabbing the crystal that aligns with that feeling that you created through that practice and carrying it with you through the day. So even when you step out of the forest, you're carrying that energy with you, and pairing it with clear quartz to amplify that awareness and that feeling and that kind of space you created for yourself, being able to carry it outside of the forest, carry it with you into the world when we get back into that busy schedules that most of us live by. So what are common misconceptions of this practice? Sometimes people feel like they don't have enough time to do something like this, but even 10 minutes, 5 minutes outdoors can create an opportunity to reconnect. Sometimes people feel like they need access to a large forest. You don't. Nature is right outside your door. A row of trees, a single tree, sunshine, right? I know we're talking about forest bathing, but if it feels so far out of your reach, just go outside and feel the sunshine on your skin. Just really connecting back to that natural world, the nature's magic. Nature is closer than we think. It could be a park, it could be a tree, a garden path, the sun. All these spaces matter. And if you're wondering whether or not if you're doing it correctly, know this, we said this before, there's no wrong way. There's no right way. If you ever paused to watch the trees sway in the wind or felt a little calmer while sitting outside, you've already begun the practice. You've already done this. You can absolutely do this. Don't make it a big deal. Don't make it complicated. You've done this. Cynthia, can you tell us how we can bring this into daily life?
Oh, it's so simple. It's just like you already started talking about. It doesn't need to be reserved for weekends or special occasions. Please don't. You just take a step outside between meetings. Take a phone-free walk around the block. Enjoy your morning tea beneath a tree. That's one of my favorites. Pause for just a few mindful breaths in a garden. Any of these small moments of connection have a way of adding up. They truly do. Supporting your body, nurturing your mind, and creating space for your spirit to feel more aligned, more at ease, more at peace. So, 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 so precious.
I feel like I'm just taking a deep breath as we were talking about this, right? The energy is just oozing out. So as you move through your week, you're invited to explore. We're inviting you to explore this practice in your own way. Notice what shifts, notice what softens, notice what supports you to feel more connected to yourself and the world around you. Just notice. And if you return to this practice again and again, let it be something for you to meet gently, not perfectly, and just experience that magic of nature that really kind of comes through when you create awareness in these natural spaces, even when you just walk out the door and feel the sun on your skin. So, thanks for joining us for Crystal Talks today. We would love to hear about your experience with forest bathing. Comment below, send us a message, or find us on social media at Shop EWBMS, Instagram and Facebook. We are always here to answer your questions, to really support you in connecting back to nature and feeling nature's wisdom and magic all around you. We'll be back here next week with another Crystal Talks episode. If you want to explore some of the crystals we talked about or the variety of crystals that we offer in the shop, ewbms.com, and we'll see you next week.